just stepped into August, but before we move forward, let's take a quick look back. July brought plenty of cybersecurity developments worth your attention, and we've rounded up the key ones you might have missed while trying to unplug. Let's rewind and catch up. In recent attacks, threat actors abused Microsoft Teams voice calls to deliver Matambuku's malware through social engineering. They posed as IT help desk agents, initiated external Teams calls, and convinced the targets to open Quick Assist, the remote support tool built into Windows that enabled the attacker to gain interactive remote access and follow up by instructing the user to execute a PowerShell script. This malware as a service first advertised in 2021 for $2,500 runs malicious payloads directly in memory to bypass security. While Microsoft Teams abuse isn't new, the real-time voice call attacks added a convincing twist to a well-known delivery method. To learn more about all the stages of these attacks, read the full news here. In July, Microsoft issued emergency patches for two actively exploited SharePoint 0 days tracked as CVE 2025 53770 and CVE 2025 53771, used in a new wave of tool shell attacks on SharePoint servers worldwide. These vulnerabilities were discovered after the original tool shell exploit chain first demonstrated at a hacking contest had been patched in July's Patch Tuesday. That earlier zero-day vulnerability chain allowed remote code execution in Microsoft SharePoint. But attackers quickly found two zero-day vulnerabilities that bypassed Microsoft's patches for the previous ones. At least 54 organizations were impacted before Microsoft rolled out fixes. Microsoft quickly issued out-of-band security updates for SharePoint 2016, SharePoint 2019, and SharePoint Subscription Edition to patch the two vulnerabilities. Several China-linked hacking groups allegedly exploited the new flaws before Microsoft issued emergency fixes, impacting dozens of organizations globally. It's been reported that unknown threat actors have breached the National Nuclear Security Administration's network in attacks exploiting a recently patched Microsoft SharePoint zero-day vulnerability chain. Other major organizations have also been breached. A Chinese hacking group also used the tool shell vulnerabilities to deploy Warlock ransomware on vulnerable SharePoint servers, adding another layer of impact to the wave of global attacks. After a major law enforcement operation in May that took down 2,300 domains, the Lumma Infostealer malware operation is making a steady comeback. Although parts of its infrastructure were hit, the malware as a service platform wasn't fully shut down. Operators claimed that their central server wasn't seized, just remotely wiped, and immediately began restoring it. By June, activity was resumed, and Lumma has regained traction in the cybersecurity community, once again facilitating infostealing activity across multiple platforms. The UK government plans to ban public sector and critical infrastructure organizations, including local councils, schools, and the publicly funded National Health Service, from paying ransoms following cyber attacks. Private businesses won't be banned, but they will need to notify the government before making any payment to ensure it doesn't violate laws regarding transfers to sanctioned threat actors, especially concerning Russia-based ones. A mandatory reporting system is also in the works to help law enforcement investigate attacks and assist victims. Qantas confirmed that a recent data breach exposed information of 5.7 million customers after attackers hit a third-party platform used by its airline contact center. Disclosed on July 1st, the attack allegedly shares similarities with past incidents tied to the Scattered Spider group. The attackers have since contacted Qantas, likely in an attempt to extort the company. Exposed data varies by individual. For some, names, emails, and frequent flyer details were exposed, while others had dates of birth, phone numbers, or gender leaked. The airline emphasized no passwords, PINs, login credentials, financial data, or passport details were compromised. The company started contacting affected users and said it has strengthened customer data protection. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, make sure you like our videos, share them with your connections, and subscribe to Heimdal's YouTube channel.